Motorcycles seems to be a recurring theme in my life lately. Now, for anyone wondering what this is what I got in a trade for my little Virago 250. It's a 1981 XS 400 Yamaha. There's nothing excessive about an XS 400. Newer bikes have ABS. This doesn't. Newer bikes have stability control. The only stability this bike will give you is mentally. These bikes were made simple. An air-cooled twin, dual carburetors, and a 6-speed gearbox. These bikes are from an era when motorcycles were built to be understood as much as they were built to be ridden. 45 years later, it still proves that character isn't measured in horsepower. Carburetors, dual, not a big deal, minus the diaphragms in the top, which is pretty not durable rubber. Still in decent shape, but I've done the timing, I've done a valve lash job, make sure that's all in good nick. Then it's just not been treating me well. Something's been going on, a little bit of a noise, so I tried to figure it out with those kind of things, and now it's just kind of giving me more problems. So I'm hoping, for whatever reason, the carburetor is giving me more problems. Yeah. But my question to you is, when you've got a bike that's not treating you too well, and you don't really know how to fix it, what do? You buy a different bike with different but kind of similar problems and hope you can get this one running better than the last one that's still mistreating you. Like a high-end woman. I don't know the analogy here, but anyway, the bike's mistreating me and I'm down bad, so I'm going to get a different bike and fix it. Let's see if we can get this Virago 750 running, and I can ride it out of here, because that would be ideal.
So, here's a quick rundown of the plan. I found a 1987 Virago 750 on Facebook Marketplace for $800. No, it doesn't run. My buddy Jay agreed to help me try to get it running so we can ride it out of there roadkill style. Thing is, the bike hasn't run in about 3 years, and the owner said his mechanic mentioned the carburetors could use attention, and that was back then. So let's see if we can get it running and ride off into the sunset like some kind of fairy tale. Here she is, 25,000 kilometers or 15,000 miles for you Yanks. She's actually in really good shape. Yeah, I could use a good detail, but practically no rust, no dents. It's got some nice pipes on it. Peep that Cobra exhaust. Alright, first step, let's pop that chrome cover off so we can access that fuel line. Then, instead of sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for my knees to turn to dust, I'm going to grab something to hold that gas can while the tank drains. And now we wait. And we wait. And we keep waiting. And we wait. Still waiting. Yeah. No, still waiting. Nice. Okay, time to put the good stuff in. Made a little mistake. So the MotoMaster battery that I bought and we charged up at work there, I forgot the hardware for it, so Jay ran off to go grab that. Thanks, brother. And we jammed some seafoam in the tank along with some fresh gas. Along with that, a new daily, 2011 Mazda 2, Bilstein coilovers, some sticky tires. It's a good time. I should also mention that this is David, the soon-to-be previous owner of the Virago. Not a bad upgrade, eh? An Indian bobber. He was kind enough to give us his time by letting us try and get the bike going at a storage unit, so thank you. Alright, new me, new battery. Let's see if we can get this thing connected and get it started up.
Alright. You might have to prime it. Why do you not want it now?
Okay, so we're trying to dot all our I's and cross our T's here. The bike obviously has juice, the battery's good, but it's not starting up. So we're making sure it's not a fueling issue, so at this point we're spraying carb cleaner into the intake to see if that'll take it as fuel, but no go.
No spark?
We can test for it.
So at this point, Jay finds it a good idea to test for spark and see if the spark plugs are doing their thing. It's not looking good.
How does that look?
It looks like burnt. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
So in my infinite wisdom, I completely forgot to bring new spark plugs or even sandpaper for that matter. David, the owner, has gone into a storage unit trying to find literally anything that we could use to try to bring these spark plugs back to life, but honestly, we're pretty well grasping at straws right now. Just to give you a little bit of context, if we look at the plug on the right, it's obviously fouled. It's not good. It's got a lot of corrosion on it. You can see the kind of the top there. It's kind of ground down, so it's not going to make very good spark. The left one, brand new, going to make good spark. This is pretty much what we're looking for right now. We need good spark. What I'm about to do is I'm about to check spark on the fly. So I'm going to take the spark plug, connect it to the wire, and I'm going to touch it to some kind of ground. I'm going to turn the bike over, and I should see some kind of spark. This plug, junk. Barely any spark, very weak. Not really going to ignite much gas. The other spark plug seems to be okay. So we got 1 out of 2, but that seems to be not enough to get the bike to go. Let's see if I can kind of clean it up a little bit just to get it good enough to do something here. We need anything. Anything is better than nothing.
She wanted it.
Yeah.
We are so close. I can taste it. We've got nothing else to go off of right now, so we're doing the push of shame. Come on, baby, start.
Go.
Damn it.
Shit, eh?
Well, go figure, it didn't work. So time to start packing up and gotta do the walk of shame. Also, I forgot to record that, so I'm gonna have to recreate the walk of shame. Here it is. Just started walking. And I walked. And then a bit more walking. And I walked again. And I kept walking. Long story long, there's a lot of walking. A lot of walking.
So, walked it home, basically. Walked it to work. And I tell you, walking a 500-pound piece of more or less scrap metal at this point, $800 paperweight, humbling experience. It's not like the roadkill fantasies you see online. Jay and I were kind of looking at it and kind of figuring out, like, what's going on? What can we do? And he said, hey, we got some actual sandpaper now that we're in a spot where we have access to that. Let's actually sand down the spark plugs and see if we can get something going. Now, I totally forgot to record the actual experience, so this is a recreation of what happened, what came to be. Enjoy that.
Dude, we should totally do a Hail Mary on those spark plugs with some sandpaper. Sure, we've got nothing to lose. Let's get to the bike. Check this out. Try that.
got it running! How sick is that? If only we had some way to freshen up the spark plugs on site, I could have actually rode it away. With that out of the way, let's give this thing a good old paint correction and some elbow grease. Check out how hazy that paint is. You can't even see me in it.
When you're cleaning an older bike like this, you want to be a little careful. I gave it a light rinse followed by a foam cannon bath. Just look at those suds. Next, you'll want to try to hit every inch of the bike with a wash mitt. Now yes, there are suds on the bike, but you still need to agitate the dirt in order for the rinse off. Try not to let anything really dry at this stage. Going over dry paint with your mitt means that there's no lube between your wash mitt and what you're touching. Thus, a little easier to scratch. I'm trying to stay away from the bike here with the pressure washer. Now sure, these were made to be outside, but you don't want pressurized water getting in behind the glass of your speedometer, and you definitely don't want water getting in areas with ball bearings or grease. Then you dry it. First step would be to clay bar the paint, but I don't really care. This will do a good enough job. We're using a heavy cut compound with a wool pad to get past those scratches as fast as possible. I do eventually follow up with a finishing compound and a nice soft polishing pad, but it's not recorded. Even with just a cut through the paint, there's a massive difference. This Virago has not had this kind of treatment in a very long time. You can tell because of how it is. For the pitted and rusted parts of the chrome, I use a chrome and glass polish with ultra fine steel wool. That's the quadruple zero stuff. It's nuts the difference this stuff makes with maybe 10 or 15 minutes of your time. We're gonna hit you with a quick before and after. So before, hazy, like you can't really see into it, and then after, just look at that depth and clarity. Same with the exhaust, like nothing remarkable, like okay, whatever. And then just look at the shine. You can see so many reflections. And even here, you can tell the bike's just been out in the weather. It's not been taken care of. And then you flip over, and it's almost like new again for the most part. Like it's so good. Taillight plastic, super nice to clean up, and like, wow, night and day. This is why I get out of bed in the morning. You don't even really need any fancy equipment to make half of this stuff happen. Guys used to do this by hand back in the day all the time. So if your bike is sitting in the driveway or the garage and it's just not looking its best, you know, just get out there, put some elbow grease in, and for me personally, it makes me feel a lot nicer. It's a good reset, you know? Let's go for a quick test rip. We couldn't get away that easy, could we? The clutch cable snapped. I'm thankful I was able to limp it back without any hassle. This clip's from a day or two later when I was able to find someone parting out a Virago 1100. Thankfully, they share some of the same parts. God, I love old bikes, or maybe just cruisers in general. No fairings to take off or any BS that really prevents me from getting straight to the job at hand. Alright, new cable's on. Let's make sure it works. And she's good. Now, the bike's initial purchase price was $800, sure, but of course here in Ontario, Canada, it needs to go through a safety inspection. Now the question is, how much into it am I now that the bike's on the road? Well, the tires are legally old enough to vote, The battery is dedicated to my YouTube channel, and much like the global economy, the front brake pads are on the verge of death. So let's do a quick tally up and see how much it cost me. Could I have saved a bit doing things myself? Sure, but it was already at the shop, and it doesn't make sense for me to take the bike back, try to fix a thing or two, and then make another appointment to bring it back. Alright, we're going to do a quick breakdown for you. The battery, tires, clutch cable, front brake pads, oil, exhaust gasket, filter, labor, and safety was $1,123.99. Add the bike on top of that, $1,900 and change. Not great. Definitely not one of those success stories where someone gets a bike for scrap and then gets it on the road for near pennies. But hey, this is my situation and I'm happy enough with it. This thing's been great to me, and maybe you can find something cheap that's great to you too. You're watching Social Cargoholics. I'm signing off.